North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper scheduled to speak at the Democratic National Convention. His speech comes as both the Harris and Trump campaigns recognize North Carolina's importance in the November election. A new Cook political poll this morning shows Vice President Harris leading Trump in the state. Cooper says the rising support for Harris is causing concern for Trump's campaign.
And we're excited about North Carolina. I have more people telling me, hey, if you win North Carolina, she's the next president. I said, I know that. And in fact, the Trump campaign is panicking. They're putting a lot of money, spending a lot of time in North Carolina because they know they have to win. And this is where we want to be.
At one point, Cooper was under consideration to be Harris's running mate, but he withdrew from consideration last month. You are taking a live look right now at the United Center in Chicago, where we are just hours away from the final day of the Democratic National Convention. In addition to Governor Cooper, we're also set to hear from Vice President Kamala Harris tonight. Her appearance follows running mate Tim Walz, who made an emotional appearance last night. WCNC Charlotte's Alice Barr breaks down what you may have missed.
Good morning, Sarah. In the biggest speech of his political life, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz leaned into his small town roots and laid out his vision of freedom.
Tim Walz blowing the roof off the United Center.
It's the honor of my life to accept your nomination for Vice President of the United States.
The Minnesota governor laying out his personal story growing up in small-town Nebraska.
You'll learn how to take care of each other.
Drawing on his 24-year service in the Army National Guard and his work as a teacher and high school football coach. Some of his former players on hand.
It's the fourth quarter. We're down a field goal, but we're on offense.
Charting his path through Congress and the governor's mansion, where he signed a series of progressive policies.
While other states were banning books from their schools, we were banishing hunger from ours. We also protected reproductive freedom because in Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and the personal choices they make.
A host of Democratic standard bearers.
When Kamala Harris is president, every day will begin with you.
From John Legend and Stevie Wonder to Oprah Winfrey standing with the Harris-Walz ticket.
When we stand together, it is impossible to conquer us.
Tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris formally accepts her party's nomination.
What does she need to say to the American people?
I think she needs to be very clear about what her platform would be and that what governing under her would be. And then she needs to give us hope.
Self-styled joyful warriors promising to battle for every vote.
As Vice President Harris prepares for her big speech tonight, former President Trump continuing his battleground blitz. He was on the attack at a campaign event in North Carolina yesterday and today heads to Arizona for a focus on the border. From the DNC in Chicago, Alice Barr, WCNC Charlotte.